But I think now, Connor, as we go into the last 2 minutes, it's time for us to work on our not so rush this week picks. So let's take it through and talk about um, some of our picks for the week. So let's start with the championship game. Who are you taking for the championship game and why?
Here's why I'm picking the Tide. Um, I do think that it's going to be an absolute. This is going to be a really good football game for sure. But I do think that I just Alabama can be very, very physical in a way that Clemson just wasn't, and we kind of forgot that. I think that there's going to be a ton of points scored. I will pick the over, but no, Alabama to win because they can not only get you over the top with now Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith, but Najee Harris can also literally jump over you. So going with the Tide.
I'm also going to take Alabama, but it's going to be a close game. This is not going to be one that Alabama runs away with, which will be interesting to see how their players respond because they've been running away with everything all year long. Ohio State is fast. They made Clemson's safeties look like they didn't know what they were doing, and pretty much all six of the throwing touchdowns they had was Ohio State receiver outruns Clemson safeties, ball gets thrown deep, touchdown. So it'll just be as you said when we talked about games last week, it will be all about the athletes in the jerseys and not just the jerseys on the field. I am taking Alabama. I think it's going to be close. I think it will be a high-scoring affair, so I'm with you. I'm also taking the over. So
Next up, so that's the Natty. But what do we think about some NFL playoffs? With first game, Colts Bills.
I'm taking the Bills. I feel really good about this Bills team. Like I said, if they didn't have that weird catch by DeAndre Hopkins in that last game against the Cardinals, they would be a lot farther than they were. So I have the Buffalo Bills.
I too am going Bills, and I think that it has more to do with,
Oh no.
unfortunately, that'll end the game. Yahoo!
Sam
I
Darnold throws
think
a Sam Darnold pick off his back foot just into the end zone near nobody as Connor seals up Rutledge's last second attempt, and Connor has a 9-3 lead of Jacks versus Jets.
I'm going with the Bills over the Colts. I think, and that has to do with the big time quarterback disparity um, of Philip Rivers not being as good as Josh Allen.
I agree with that. Next we have Rams Seahawks. I'm obviously taking the Seahawks. I am a loyal 12. I think Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf will connect. I think this will be really to show can the Seattle defense slow down the Rams offense. Um, that'll be the big X factor, but I think Bobby Wagner and crew will make it happen. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go Seahawks um, yet again because the quarterback can make such an impact and such a difference. Um, and I think that Jamal Adams will be leading that defense to make Jared Goff and whoever's playing quarterback for the Rams very uncomfortable. So picking the Seahawks, but very, 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 very close.
Luke and Steven also picked the Seahawks. Moving on, we have Ravens Titans. Connor, who do you have?
Said it before, going Ravens. I think that the run game of Baltimore is going to exploit the Titans defense greater than the run game of Tennessee is going to exploit the Baltimore defense. But a lot of pick the over on rushing yards if that's a
So
stat.
many rushing yards. I'm going Titans. Derrick Henry. That's all I need to say. I don't think Baltimore has it. I think Lamar Jackson gets a little exposed, but I'm going all Titans on this one.
There you go. Next up, we have Bucks versus the football team.
I'm taking the Bucks because you don't pick against Tom Brady. It would be a great story to see Alex Smith and the football team make it, but this Bucks team is starting to seem like it gels and it's starting to seem like it works. So this will be a good first cold weather test for them to travel, but I'm taking the Bucks.
I'm also going with the Tom Bay Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay. That's good. Did you write
See
that?
what
That
I
was
did
good.
there?
That was good. That should be a T-shirt. Um,
Yes.
could be merch.
Uh, Could be some merch. So next up, we've got Bears versus Saints.
I'm going Saints. I picked the Saints early in the season to make some type of run. They're banged up. They don't look great. They're not as explosive as we thought they would be, but New Orleans Saints. I see them taking the Bears. The Bears are too broken.
Yeah, Bears are in a... It's like, congratulations, Bears, you made the playoffs. Here is a nuclear bomb that you have to try to defuse in 4 seconds. So Saints are going to be marching on to the next round.
I agree it. Last game, we have Steelers, Browns. I really want the Browns to win. I really do. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that ragtag Sandlot group of guys they need the right leadership in order to make them kind of rattle off and do it. And I think without their head coach and play caller being there, Baker Mayfield's going to try to do too much. He's going to get rowdy, and they're going to get ahead of themselves. And I think the Steelers are going to show them what a football team looks like.
Yep, Steelers, they've been there before. The Browns could be primed for a nice run next year, but this is just, it's steps. This is the first step, is making it, and I think that the team and the culture have been there time in and time out will come through for the Steelers with the victory.
Definitely put it out there. Luke is taking the Saints. He's also taking the Browns.
Upset alert.
Right, upset alert from Luke. And then Steven's taking the Steelers in a heartbreaking close loss for the Browns. I think that sums it up best. You're right. They made it. The Browns, they made it. Congratulations, Cleveland. But you're not there yet. You tasted what it feels like to play a whole complete good season, but now it's time for the real boys to play.
And now it's time for Connor to continue his winning streak.
I know, Connor, you keep giving it to me here in Madden. In the bowl picking, in the Madden, 2021 is not my video game year. You must be practicing when I'm not around.
Much to the chagrin of my wife, that might be true.
Connor's got sick of losing, so he's been putting in some time. Rutledge has been riding the coattails of his arrogance like a bad Nick Saban team. Well, with that, it's been our show. Remember to check us out on YouTube, subscribe to us, follow our podcast. Thank you for coming out to Luke and Steven on this great episode of Friend Stream Sports. And I'm Rutledge.
I'm Connor, and don't forget to invite your friends.
Invite your friends. Thank you for coming. Have a great night.